and welcome to this saucy little core workout. So this is a really short but really intense little sequence of exercises that you can either do on its own, or if you're feeling really hard core, you can add it on to any other full body exercise workout that you've just done or yoga practice. So this short class is going to really condition your core for a range of yoga poses and general movements. So you don't need any equipment whatsoever, just some space around to be able to move freely, definitely some comfortable clothing, maybe crack a window open because you're going to get very sweaty, and yourself as the only other thing that's required here. So we're going to get straight into it, coming down onto your back. We're going to find that core engagement just to ensure a safe practice. So coming down to your back, feet hip width distance apart, knees are bent, and just take your hands down to your hips here and find a posterior tilt. And this is going to switch on the correct core muscles. So as you inhale, you're going to flare that chest up towards the ceiling. You'll feel that pelvis tilt down, and you're going to maybe feel or slide that hand underneath that lower back if you can, and you'll start to feel that lower back arch. As you exhale, you're going to tuck that tailbone under, and this is what we're looking for. That lower back arch has gone. You can't fit anything under there anymore, and you can feel that lower back printing onto the ground beneath you. So as you inhale, really emphasize that tilt forward, and exercise, tuck the tailbone under. And it's that tuck of the tailbone under that we're going to maintain throughout all of the exercises, just to make sure that your core is properly protecting your spine and it's not flaring it up here. So it's going to ensure that you have correct posture throughout all of the exercises. So we'll jump straight into it. There are 20 repetitions of all of these exercises. Take the modification that suits you. Don't push yourself too hard. You know your limits. We'll get straight into it. So the first exercise is going to be in and out. And it's going to simply look like this. You're going to take those knees in towards the chest. The easier variation is taking those knees to about 90 degrees stacked up directly above the hips. Arms are extended overhead. And you're going to extend that left leg forward, right arm back. Exhale to centre. And you're not going to come too far forward. Even here, the very second that lower back starts to lift, that's when you stop and bring it back to centre. So even if you're here, you think, oh, you're starting to lift up, you bring it back to centre. You're still going to get a great workout. And you're going to alternate to those sides. So coming out, start to feel it lift, come back to centre. If you can, taking that right leg forward, left arm as far back as you can, coming back up to centre, getting a good range of motion throughout the body. The harder variation of this is arms. You're going to lift the head and shoulders off the ground. Try not to tuck the chin in too much. Try and keep that chin facing just over the knees. You're going to turn the palms towards each other, point the toes, and as you inhale, you're going to extend arms and legs away. Exhale in, that's 1. Inhale, exhale for 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Making sure the lower back doesn't lift. 4. 5, you might start to notice my arms and legs not extending out quite so full. This is 8, as we go along. 9, mindful of that lower back. 10, that's halfway. That's 11. This is 12. This is 13. That's 14, you're doing really well. 15, I can't see you, but I know you're doing well. 17. That's 18, that's 19, last one, and 20. Relax that head down, hug those knees in close, maybe roll out that head, rocking it from side to side, just release the tension. Good, so make a little bit of a break here, make approximately 10 to 20 seconds of a rest before we go into the next one. You don't want to go straight into the next exercise because that's when your body is a little bit too fatigued and your core drops. Your core and your stability and your form drops. So from here we're going to extend those legs directly up towards the ceiling, pointing towards the toes. Again, if you find this a bit much on the hamstrings, you can bend those knees. So taking the modification that suits you, arms extend out to overhead, and we're going to pulse up. So little gentle crunches here. Emphasis on the gentle. So taking an inhale here, as you exhale, lift head and shoulders off for 1. Keep the head and shoulders off. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Keep that chin up towards the ceiling. This is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Relax the head down again. Draw the shins in towards the body. Roll the head from side to side, just to relieve the tension here at the back of the neck. Okay, so again, a little bit of a breather. I'll show you the next exercise as you're resting. So it's going to be a reverse crunch. You're going to take those hands down at your sides, palms flat into the ground, and the knees are close towards the body. As you exhale, you're going to slowly roll your spine off the floor and rock it back down. That's modification 1. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you can bring yourself up, straighten the legs. As you exhale, roll it down, keep the knees bent and touch the toes onto the ground to bring it in. That's 1. So we're going to go straight into it from here, taking an inhale. As you exhale, roll it up and roll it down. So nice and controlled, that's 1. And you're not relying on momentum here. That's 2. Being as slow and controlled as you can, rolling yourself down to the ground. That's 3. This is 4. Really tapping into that breath. That's 5. Noticing how slow I am. That's 6. This will be 7. And 8. And this is really going to work the backs of the arms as well, surprisingly. That's 9. This is 10. Good, that's halfway. I can already feel this burning. Slower the better. 11. All my PT clients know that speed is really slow in the exercises to make them harder. Contrary to what you might think in a lot of boot camps, going faster means working it harder. It's not necessarily the case. I've lost the counting pattern, so I'm thinking I've got 3 more. I only know when I watch it back. That's 2. Last one. Oh, and rolling it down. Oh my gosh. Okay, drawing those knees in close. Rock that head from side to side. Okay, so while you're there resting, I'm going to get us straight into the next exercise. So from here, we're going to do 10 on each side. So it's a side crunch. So again, the easier modification is taking those knees out in front of you, bending them, and just really rooting down through that right shoulder so you're not sunk into it. Really root down through it, press that forearm into the ground. And we're going to lift those hips off the ground, pressing through the knees and really getting a tight crunch on that side. Inhale down, exhale, that'll be 2. You want to take the harder variation, you're going to come off your feet, and this will be a full plank side crunch. So I'm going to keep counting. That's 3. That's 4, that's 5, and 6, that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly bring yourself over onto the other side. And again, either off the knees or off the feet. If you do off the knees on one side, do the same on the other, and vice versa. If you do off the feet one side, try as best you can to do the same on the other, just to keep your body balanced. So pressing down through that left arm this time, root firmly down through that shoulder, press yourself up into a side plank, inhaling down, exhale, really get that tight focus on the inside obliques. That's 2, that's 3, your arm can be wherever is comfortable, that's 4, 5, that's halfway, 6, 7, that's 8, 9, and 10. Slowly bring it down, we're going to come straight over. Sweet relief onto your bellies. One last exercise before we move into our stretches. So we've worked the front core, the side core, we're going to work the back core now. Quite often forgotten as a part of your core, your back. So modifications here, coming down, rest of the forehead onto the ground, bending at the elbows, pointing through the toes, squeezing the glutes to really activate them and into the lower back. As you inhale, you're going to bring those arms up. If not the legs, then just the arms if you find the legs up too much. Otherwise, legs are up, coming down. The harder variation is arms extended directly out like a superhero. As you inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come down. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale again. A nice slow speed is key here. You're in control the whole time. That's 4. Squeezing the glutes the whole time. 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. Try and keep that gaze fixed down at the ground. You're not bending at the neck. That's 10. Probably miscounted again. Very short changing everyone else. That's 13. That's 14. That's 15. 16. 17. Just 3 more. 18. 19. And 20. Coming down immediately, we're going to stretch. So take your elbows in nice and close. And we're going to open out those shoulders. My hair is just falling out here. Really draw that chest forwards. Draw those elbows towards the feet. Draw the feet away from you. And stretch out the front of that core. And just start to slow down the breath here. As you slowly bring yourself down, you're going to press it up through on all fours. Big toes are touching, and then sit gently, slowly back into a child's pose. So now it's really important that you stretch out that lower back that worked so hard throughout the exercises, contracting itself there, especially in that back bow sequence at the end. Maybe pressing the fingertips into the ground, get an added stretch underneath the shoulders if you need it, into the upper back. Really important here that you get a good stretch of that lower back so it doesn't hold on to any tension that accumulated in those exercises. Slow down that breath rate, it'll slow down the heart rate. 1 more full deep inhale here. And exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Release that tension. And when you're ready, just gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And there we have it, your little saucy number to finish off a workout or just to simply get that core burning throughout the day. If you want to do that sequence again, once more, twice more, 3 times a lady, I don't know how hardcore you're feeling, by all means go ahead. But I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come back to see some videos of mine again soon in the future. I hope you have a great day. Keep safe. Thank you so much.